Hello, my dear friends. This is Rabbi Aaron Dubinsky coming to you today from the holy city of Yerushalayim, in the beautiful state of Israel. I want to welcome you to the end of days. How do you like it so far? I know what you've read in the papers, that there's people building a new world order. And if they only knew how exactly correct they are building a new world order. It's just not the new world order that they think it is. It's a different new world order. This one being brought about by Mashiach at the behest of the creator of the universe. That's what it is. We were told about this. We were warned about all of this. We were told how everything would be upside down, inside out. There would be wars, there would be violence, everything. There'd be disease. And true to the words of Torah, that's exactly what we got. We got a pandemic. Stopped the world right in its tracks. So that was your disease. And then we had violence. We had domestic terrorism, riots, fires, unbelievable floods in some places, like in China. Floods there are just incredible. You don't hear much about that on the news. But check it out. You'll understand. They only have 5 rivers there, and they're all very heavily flooded, and the streets are now full of mud and water. So it doesn't pay to be the instigator in this thing. Remember who's in charge. HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the creator of the universe, is in charge of this. He is very kind. Do you know in the last 2 parshot in the Torah, twice in 2 parshas, he decided he was going to kill the children of Israel? There was the first one with the Meraglim, the spies, and he said, and everybody believed 10 spies about what a horrible, difficult land it was going to be to conquer, in spite of the fact they had the guarantee of the creator of the universe that they would be successful in overcoming all of it. They didn't buy it. Instead, they cried. And for that, he gave us a punishment, that we would cry that night every year because of reasons, because we cried that night for no reason. My father used to say that when I was a kid. He said, you stop crying or I'll give you something to cry about. And that's what Hashem did with us. He gave us something to cry about. He gave us the destruction of 2 temples. He gave us the expulsion of the Jews from Spain, and many, many more horrible things that we've had to go through. Not to mention all the people who went through this had to die in the desert and couldn't go into Eretz Yisrael. But he threatened to kill the entire group. Moshe Rabbeinu pleaded with him because he told Moshe, look, I've had it with these guys. They're a pain. They don't listen. They don't have any appreciation. They never say thank you. They get everything they want. They get released from slavery. They get food. They get clothes that never wear out. They have everything they need. They got a fountain that follows them through the desert. Can you believe that? And still, do they ever say thank you? Do they ever appreciate it? No. What do? They complain. It's never enough. It's never enough. It's never enough. Let me tell you something. For those of you who are familiar with Pirkei Avot, there's one of the pereks says, who is truly rich? And for those of you who do know it, you know the answer to that. He who is content with his lot. Does this mean you can't want more? No, it does not. It does not mean it. But at the moment, what you have, you are content with. That's who's truly rich. Now you can argue with me on this one, but it was said by wiser minds than mine. It came out of Pirkei Avos, out of the Mishnah. So think about it. It's very important. We need to do that. Then this week we have Korach. And Korach, as we all know, with his 250 closest friends and relatives and supporters, got swallowed up by the earth, alive. So that was their punishment. And at the end of that, Hashem again was so disgusted. He said, you know what? Let's just kill them all. Kill them all. We'll start from you. We'll start from Moshe. Moshe, you'll have kids. They'll have kids. They'll have kids. We'll have a new children of Israel. And again, Moshe wouldn't stand still for this. And he said to Aaron, a Kohen, to go through between the people who were sick and the people who were dying, to give them a cure, to protect them, so that most of the children of Israel did live. Some died. Yes, they did. And that's always going to be part of it, my friends, because you know something? You have to be in line with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Like I told you last week, I told my Rebbetzin several years ago that something was coming that was huge. There was going to be a delineation between the good, those who follow Hashem, and the others. And there was going to be very little in the way of middle ground. You could no longer straddle the fence, so to speak. You had to pick a side. Well, it is now rushed up on us totally to the point where now's the time. If you have not picked a side yet, pick a side. Because that's it. Now's the time. It's coming. It's here. It's upon us. And this is exactly what we were told was going to happen. We didn't see it this way. But that's no surprise. We don't know what Hashem thinks. We don't know how he's going to do what he's going to do. We don't know why he does what he's going to do. A lot of the times things happen, and to us, they're inexplicable. To him, they make perfect sense. Why? Because he knows the past, he knows the present, he knows the future. He knows everything. So whatever he does is for the best. Because remember what we said, everything comes from him. Obviously. Everything from what you eat tonight to what a gnat eats tonight. All comes from Hashem. Kadosh Baruch Hu. All comes from him. It all has purpose, because why would he waste his time doing anything without a purpose? And that purpose always, and the key word here is always, is for our ultimate best. Again, another key word in this is ultimate. We may not see it at the moment. Why? And later on, if we're lucky, and he removes the veil a little bit, we can see behind the veil a little bit, and we can understand why. But hardly ever do we see it right up front. So we just need to know it's coming from him. So you know what? COVID-19, that came from him. He wanted to stop the world in its tracks. So we could say to you, please, Corona, please, talk to me. Because I'll tell you what you're doing wrong. I'll tell you why this is coming here, and it'll be lifted just as suddenly as it came. But we didn't do that. Some of us did. Some of us tried. But we can always do better than that. So he gave us that. That didn't work. So now he's given us violence in the streets. In Europe, in America, South America, in China. All over the world there's going to be violence in the streets because this is the next step. Is it for our good? Yes. Do we see why it's for our good? No, we don't see why it's for our good. We know that it's going to be the precursor to a new world order. It's going to come first, and then there's going to be a new world order after. And I hate to be the one to disappoint the people in CHOP in Seattle who have taken over a 6-block area and decided it belongs to them, who now go knocking on the doors of the owners there and say to them, we want things. We want food. We want cigarettes. We want sunglasses. We want things. And if they don't get it, they ransack the house. What a lovely life. Now they think they're changing this world to their new world order, where power is over everybody and it takes advantage of you, and they're in charge. And there are very few in charge who get very big rewards, and the rest are just the common people who just get oppressed. Okay, that's their idea of a new world order. Their idea of communism is people standing around in a circle, holding hands, dancing and going la 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 la. Everything is wonderful because we're all sharing and everything. Forgot something. Somebody's got to work, otherwise there's nothing to share in. Okay? But they forget about that. The new world order that is coming is his new world order. It's what he wants. It's what has to be before Mashiach Tzidkenu comes to this earth to do what he has to do. The rabbi tells us he's already here. Some have said they've even spoken to him. But he's not going to be revealed until the world is ready. When will the world be ready? Do I know? Am I God? I don't think so. He knows. He'll know when the time is right, and he will be revealed at that time. Let me give you another parak. Another parak from Pirkei Avos. He who is truly wise, he who learns from every man or woman, he who learns from everyone, okay? Now, does that mean you should do what everybody's doing? Of course not. What you can learn from them is what not to do, what is wrong, and to do the opposite of that. My father, rest in peace, used to say, everybody has a purpose in life. If nothing more, that is set the perfect example of everything you should not be and everything you should not do. So yeah, you should learn from them. But what you learn is important. You need to delineate between right and wrong. Not your right and wrong, not my right and wrong, not CHOP's right and wrong, not Antifa's right and wrong, Black Lives Matter, Hashem's right and wrong. He's given it to us in Torah. All we have to do is read it. He tells us what he wants from us. If we do that, I promise you, as he is my witness, he will bring us the coming of Mashiach Tzidkenu and the third, Bet HaMikdash, B'mehera B'yameinu. Be well, my friends. Stay well. Keep yourselves healthy and fight against this. You need to fight against the madness. It needs to be us. At the end of the day, it comes to us. There used to be a comic strip called Pogo, and it took a phrase that it was in history for years. The phrase was, "We have met the enemy, and he is ours." David Farragut, I believe, was the one who said that in the Navy. We have met the enemy, and he is ours. Pogo said, "We have met the enemy, and it is us." Small change, but very significant. We are the enemy. We're doing this to ourselves. We can do it to ourselves, or we can stop it. We can stop it by doing what we're supposed to. Let's talk to our Creator. Let's tell him how much we appreciate all he does for us. Let's tell him how sorry we are that we haven't, to this point, done what he wants us to do. And let's ask him to help us, to give us the strength, to give us the insight, to know what to do, how to do it. And I promise you, this will all go away, and we will have a new world order. Not what these monsters and terrorists, domestic terrorists, are creating. We will have a new world order, the kind of new world order that only the Creator of the universe can bring to us. Be well, my friends. Be healthy. Do what you need to do. We all need to do it. So let's start doing it today, immediately. When you get done listening to this, start immediately. And let's make that new world order. Let's bring about the coming of Mashiach Tzidkenu and the third Bet HaMikdash B'mehera B'yameinu. Everybody have a great Shabbos and a great week ahead. Be well, my friends. God bless.